All right, so Apple dropped today $5.07 to 3.29% drop, as well as the entire market had a significant drop, almost 70 points in the SPX. And you can see here, Apple stock's been going higher and higher. The year to date, they're up 16%. And in a 5-year period, a whopping 500%. So if you got into Apple around these times, congratulations. But anyway, we're going to talk about Apple. It was a good buy after this significant drop in today's market. First, we're going to look at the charts for Apple. And you can see here on the left, top left, I have here the monthly chart. The bottom left is the weekly chart. And these two are the daily. This is just in a year period, and this is in about a 30-day period. So I have a tighter look. And you can see here, this is what Apple did today. It had a significant drop. In total, it dropped around $7, $6.78 from the high of $155 all the way down to $148, $148.97, almost $149. But we're gonna see if it's a good buy right now after this significant drop. And this purple line represents the 50 daily moving average, and it's almost right at that point. And you can see here, it really doesn't follow it too much, so I'm not too worried about this. It does look like it follows the 200 moving average, which is this blue line here. But I don't like to look at a daily for long-term positions. I like to look at weeklies and monthlies. So if we look over here on the weekly and monthly, let me move this over here so we got, you guys can see this better. So you can see here in the weekly, let me move the chart a little closer, zoom in. The weekly follows the purple line, which is the 50 weekly moving average. And you can see here, it got close to it and bounced. It came back to it and got really close to it, and then bounced to this new high that is set this week. So I personally think if you're interested in buying Apple long, I will wait for around $130 until it gets the weekly moving average. I think that's a good buying opportunity. I personally am not buying Apple at that price range. I want it cheap because I like to buy extremely undervalued stocks. And I would like to buy it around $90, under $100, from 90 to 100. I think is a good position to buy shares, because if you look at the monthly, it's very extended from the moving average, and the moving average acts like a magnetic force. So whenever a stock pulls away from the moving average, there's two ways that it's gonna catch up to the moving average. Either consolidate through time. So what happens is either Apple stays in this range through times, basically not making any profit because it's not going higher, or a correction through price. It drops and gets to that moving average. And you can see here, this is the 21 monthly moving average, and it has a price right now at around 113. So around 113, 115 will be a good buying opportunity in my opinion. And there's actually their support here, as you can see here in this monthly chart. These three candles here, it tried to go lower, buyer stepped up, it tried to go lower, buyer stepped up, and then it just went higher. So this is a good support area in around $113, $115 range. But me personally, I would like to wait at around $100 or even to $90. That's where I'm very much interested in buying Apples. And this is just on the chart. And you can see here, it does look overvalued based on the chart. It needs to come back down to earth around $120 to possibly $115 again to this monthly moving average. And if we look at the fundamentals for Apple using fast graph, Apple right now, if we go to a long-term picture, tends to have a PE around 17. And right now, Apple's PE is at 28, which is very expensive. As you can see here, the normal PE is around 13, and if we shorten this to a 9-year period, you can see here it goes around 17 PE. Now, I don't expect Apple to have a price around 17, which will give you about $93. I think a fair value for such a high quality company such as Apple will be around 20 to 25 PE. Right now we have a PE of 28. So we're showing this time period to around 7 years, which is about 5 years past and then a few years forward. You can see here analysts are only expecting about a 1% growth in earnings from $5.60 this year, which is a tremendous growth at 71%. This is what caused the run up in price, because when analysts have these estimates, you know, the whole market knows, and a 71% increase in earnings drove this price higher and higher. So that's great. But right now, in my opinion, is extended, even with the recent pullback of today. You can see here, but after this big increase in earnings at $5.60, they're expecting $5.65 for 2022 and $5.89 for 2023. So only a 1% and a 4% increase in earnings. So if Apple were to revert back to around a PE of 18 here, but I would think a PE around 20. So if I was to add, let me see here if I could add additional setting, custom PE ratio. I'm gonna put around a 23 PE. Let's add that. See here, Apple has potential of having a negative annual rate of return of 5.4%. So you actually could be losing money if you purchase Apple at, you know, today's price. Obviously, this is from yesterday's close, so it's a little lower. So this might be around maybe 4% or 4.5% because it dropped in price. But still, it's still overvalued based on fundamentals, as well as overvalued based on charts and the technical charts. So therefore, I say hold off from Apple. Again, if we go back to the chart, I personally would like it to see under $100 to $90. I think that would be a great buying opportunity. But more realistically, around 113 to 115, I think that's a great buying opportunity for Apple. As you can see here, whenever on the monthly it got to that point, it bounced over here. March last year, it bounced as well. Now it just needs either time to rest, and while it's resting, you're investing in other companies, making your money work for you, and or a time for a pullback for Apple to get to the $113 area. So I hope you guys like this video. Thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.